what we got going on. These springs are going to need a place to sit, okay? And the frame is not high enough right this second. This is gonna actually sit about right in here. But what we're gonna do for a place for those to sit is I've gone ahead and drawn up this. So what this is two different pieces, okay? One side and the other side. This is 7.5 inches long from here to here. And then this piece here will have 2 bolts that are 5 inches centered in the middle. And then this will all be cut out. Well, these 2 bolts are gonna go into the bottom of the frame, right there where those 2 rivets are. I'm gonna pop those rivets out and we'll put bolts in them, okay? So, the bottom of that piece is gonna come out and it's gonna come over that far. And then, I've got this big ass piece of tubing here. This is 7 inches. And it sits quite a bit wider than the spring. But we'll cut a piece off of this, about 1 inch or 2 long. And that will be welded onto the bottom of here, around this radius. And that'll work as a spring pocket. Then I have these pieces. We'll cut a slightly longer piece, and that will weld to the bottom inside of this tube, inside of this skinny piece, like so, like that, and it'll go like that. And then this, I'll have to fit it, but that will sit inside the spring pocket. That is gonna locate our springs and keep our spring from being able to walk around on that plate. Then we'll take a couple of pieces. I got some 1/4, I've got some 3/16, I've got some 1/8 inch. We'll make some gussets that'll go off of the bottom of that plate and come up the side. Oh shit, you can't see. Okay. It'll come off the top of that plate and it'll go up the side here. And I'm gonna try to cut this shit out as much as I can. If I can't get this stuff cut out, then I'll go off the side and we'll put a couple of bolts in there. But I'd like to put them right where that is. Or I might leave those just for some decoration or something. I don't freaking know. But that's what we're gonna do on both sides of the rear and on the front. The only difference with the front is that pocket has to hang over quite a bit more. It's gonna come out this way quite a bit more. And I won't have as much gusset up front. But I think I know of a way to get rid of that issue, and we'll just have to see when that time comes. But that's the update for right this second. I'll let you know when I get it done. So, we're gonna go ahead and start making our spring plates. These. We need to pop 2 half-inch holes, 5 inches apart. We might do 5/8 holes. I've got a couple of different sizes. I'll look at them and decide what I want to do. We're gonna pop a couple holes in there, and we've got to cut our big 7-inch round disc, and we need to cut the 1 3/4 inch tube. But first thing first, let's go ahead and get another one of these cut out. Okay, so now that we've got that cut out, we have 2 plates that are relatively close to the same. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put a couple of tacks there, and there. And we'll flush this up, clean them up together with the grinder, and we'll go ahead and poke our 2 holes in it with the drill press, and then we'll get it on from there. Okay, so now we have 2 matching bottom plates. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rivets out of the bottom of the chassis, get these set up there, see where they line up, make sure everything's right, and then I'll go ahead and start cutting my circle, my tubular pieces for the bottom side. And then I need to start cutting the gussets. I've got another piece of plate here, this one here, that I'll cut the gussets out of, and I'll show you what's next. Okay, so what we got here, here's our bottom plate. This is the center part that our spring will sit on. And it'll actually like go on there. It just takes a little bit of pressure to get it in there. That keeps that aligned. And then I've got my ring with a taper on it. That sits around there. And not only does that help locate the spring, but it also helps make this plate stronger. And then once we get that done and welded up, we'll put it under here and we'll cut us a piece that goes from here down to that plate. Instead of coming up to this side rail, we'll keep this piece and we'll use that to brace this. That'll kind of help add to our rat rod look, keeping original parts. So we'll go ahead and get these things welded up. I'll put you on time lapse for that. Don't forget to like and subscribe.